Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. It is a pleasure to be here at the Water for Climate Pavilion, and I want to take a moment to thank our hosts for agreeing to celebrate this event in this pavilion. We are here to launch the partnership between Conservation International, the Government of Colombia, and the Green Climate Fund towards the formulation of the project Building a Water-Resilient Bogotá-Region Landscape. This is a partnership that will enhance water security, increase climate resilience, and secure livelihoods for thousands. The Green Climate Fund is proud to announce that we have approved over $1.1 million from our project preparation facility to support the formulation of this initiative over the next year and a half, where our trusted partner, Conservation International, will act as the accredited entity. The Bogotá region, with its unique and diverse natural landscapes, including the particularly vulnerable Páramo ecosystems, is facing increasing threats from climate change. Highly variable weather patterns, more frequent droughts are putting pressure on the water resources that so many, including the capital city of Bogotá, depend on. In response to these challenges, the project will focus on ecosystem-based adaptation solutions to leverage the power of nature to protect and restore watersheds, ensuring that ecosystems around Bogotá remain robust and capable of withstanding climate shocks. We recognize that the people from this region rely on these landscapes for their livelihoods, whether it's through agriculture, tourism, or cultural heritage. Protecting natural areas and ensuring water security, it's not just about adapting to the new climate reality. It's also about providing opportunities for sustainable economic growth and social stability. This project will serve as a model on how bringing in the private sector through targeted investments in nature can bring about substantial, measurable benefits for people and the environment. I'd also like to highlight that in the current context of fragmented climate finance, it is more important than ever that funders learn to collaborate. The GCF is committed, along with other vertical funds, to promoting efficiencies, streamlining processes, and ensuring harmonization. This initiative is a clear reflection of this vision. This project builds upon the lessons learned from two other initiatives that were financed by the Global Environmental Facility in Colombia, which, among other things, assess the potential for ecosystem-based adaptation solutions in the area, are piloted nature-based solutions interventions in the Páramos, yielding crucial lessons for the design of this project that will be scaled up and mainstreamed. We are here today thanks to the hard work of Conservation International, the World Resources Institute, the Government of Colombia, and other partners. And we are looking forward to sharing more details on how this collaboration will unfold. As I mentioned, over the next year and a half, Conservation International project team will work with many different partners in the development of the project. Among other activities, the project will undertake the structuring of a payment for ecosystem systems model, as well as conduct all the necessary studies, consultations, and due diligence that will yield the specific strategies that the project will deploy, contributing to the climate outcomes that we hope to achieve together. So with this, I want to thank you for your presence today. From the Green Climate Fund, we are thankful for your interest and support, and we look forward to hearing from our esteemed partners today. And with this, I would like to hand the floor to the Vice Minister of the Environment of Colombia, Ms. Tatiana.
Good day, buenos días, dear Cayetano, dear Melanie, dear Carlos. It's a pleasure to be with you today, and thank you all for coming. You might think, as many Colombians do, that Colombia is a country rich in water, and that because of that, water security is not a big issue at home. In fact, according to IDEAN, our National Environmental and Hydrometeorological Agency, the amount of surface water available in Colombia is close to 2,000 cubic kilometers per annum. That is 5% of the world's surface water. However, as everywhere, water is not evenly distributed. Most water is in the Colombian Amazon and in the Chocó region, both rich in water but lowly populated areas. Most of the Colombian population live in the Andes and the Caribbean region, still with abundant water, but with less than 1/4 of the total surface water of the country. As well as populated, the Andes region of Colombia is also largely transformed, compromising the provision of environmental ecosystems such as water. Water in this region comes from high up in the Andean mountains for the Páramo ecosystem, and these valuable water-producing ecosystems are highlighted under pressure. They have been transformed for production and degraded, but even more, climate change is affecting them seriously. Páramos are very vulnerable to temperature increase. As a result, water insecurity in the country is growing. 15 years ago, 300 municipalities, that is 30% of Colombia municipalities, were at risk of water scarcity during dry years. Today, that number has risen to close to 500. Some areas, such as La Guajira, suffer water scarcity all year around. To strengthen my case, this year, for the first time, Bogotá had to endure water rationing regardless of having a very robust water supply system, which remain redundant water sources and large storage capacity. Water supply failed this year, and we are still facing rationing. Therefore, also a water-rich country, most population in Colombia is water insured due to uneven distribution of water availability, climate change and environmental degradation. And this situation is likely to get worse as population and water demand grows. So, yes, this project is very relevant to the country, not only because it's addressing resilience in one of the most important regions of the country, but because will serve a pilot as a demonstration so that it can be replicated in other regions of the country. Water resilience is now a priority in Colombia more than ever. In fact, the National Development Plan of President Petro is articulated around water, becoming the main criteria for physical and development planning. Water resilience requires a balanced combination of complementary strategies, including water infrastructure, efficient water use, control of non-renewable water reuse, rain harvesting, runoff management, and of course, watersheds protection and sustainable management. While most of these elements are in the hands of the municipality and the water utility themselves, the use of the watersheds protection and sustainable management is, at least in our context, the most challenging because of the need of a sustainable flow of resource and because of the variety and complexity of the stakeholders that need to be articulated. For this reason, the government of Colombia has chosen the use to get support of the GCF. Two previous GCF projects in Bogotá region have proven the efficient needs in terms of water conservation, of investing in green infrastructure. We want to scale up the results of this project and address the identified barriers of establishing a governance and economic strategy that generates sustainable financing for watershed protection, restoration, and sustainable land use. To this aim, the support of the GCF, the Bogotá region, will be used as a pilot to articulate the collective action of public and private water stakeholders in order to have a powerful monitoring and decision support tool based on the best information and knowledge available to support green infrastructure decision-making and investment prioritization. This will provide a transparent mechanism to prioritize investments and to monitor the effectiveness of the investments. Use the span already existing economic instruments, but use the project to refine them, strengthening their orientation toward results and long-term financing. Active new economic instruments such as the inclusion of the component for environmental investment in the water tariff of water utilities. The project will support sound economical or hydrological modeling required to satisfy the regulatory requirements to make this possible. But once in the place, this will become a sustainable long-term funding mechanism that can be replicated in other regions of the country. Implement economic instruments to channel sustainable long-term financing from the beneficiary of the water, the private sector, water utilities, and water users to the communities and municipalities where water is produced. Strengthen the regional governance in order to enhance coordination among the different public and private stakeholders to align their priorities and investments. Achieve an equitable balance between sustainable land use and protection of the watersheds, with improvement of the living condition of local community. Assure water resilience not only for the big urban centers, but also for the small municipality and community that produce the water. You see this project as an opportunity to develop and implement a long-term strategy to address water resilience in one of the most important regions of the country. A strategic that can be replicated in other regions, contributing to national resilience. We thank CE for leading this initiative that will take water resilience in the country and ask then celerity to conclude the detailed design of the project to submit a full funding proposal as soon as possible. And of course, to the GCF, many thanks for supporting this project. We know we count with your continued support. We need to announce the initiation of project soon. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Is this working? Is this working? Okay. Thank you very much, Vice Minister, for being supporting this initiative all the time, and then for being here with us. Thank you very much to the GCF for helping us announcing this today, and thank you very much, Melanie, for accompanying us today. So the rest of the agenda today is going to be about quick summary of the project for all you to understand where it comes from. Then we're going to have an intervention of WRI, who's like a scientific partner that has been supporting decision-making in the process. And then we're going to have a video from the mayor of Bogota,